Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In previous video I have explained about waterfall model. If you are not watched that video, first go back to that video and come back to this video and watch it. Today in this video I am going to explain the topic that is spiral model. In previous video we have explained that what is waterfall model. Today I am going to explain the spiral model. This is also software development model only. This is another type. First model is waterfall, next is spiral model. So let us discuss what is water spiral model. The spiral model is one of the most important for software development lifecycle methods, which provides and supports for risk management. To handle the risk management we are using the spiral model. Basically, spiral model is used for SDLC only, means software development life cycle. In that, we are having different types of phases and different types of stages, and how to handle the risk management, everything, etc. The software model is a SDLC model, means software development life cycle, that provides a systematic and iterative approach to software development. It provides a systematic means line by line or step by step process. Iterative model or iterative approach. Iterative approach means plus one or one by one. Example, in programming language also we are having the iterative, like adding extra is known as iterative, or repeating the same procedure is known as iterative approach to develop a software or project. Basically it is a SDLC model to develop the software development. And it is also a systematic and iterative approach. It is also having different types of phases, and it is also having loops in diagram. Let us see the diagram. See, in this spiral model we are having the four stages: first stage, the second stage, third stage, and fourth stage. Each stage is responsible for some task or some work to develop the software development. First phase is belongs to objective determination and identify alternative solutions. Next stage is identify and resolve risk. Third one is develop next version of the product. Fourth one, review and plan for the next phase. We will discuss the each phase deeply. We are having the different types of phases in spiral model. So we will discuss first what are the phases that are involving in spiral model. The first model is the first phase is planning phase. In the planning phase in spiral model, it is responsible for planning the planning the requirements. Basically planning means nothing but gathering the customer requirements and designing how to do design, how to do coding. We are planning everything in planning stage. We are satisfying the user requirements in planning stage. First we are taking the customer requirements or client requirements, and next we are planning how the design should be and how the coding, etc. Same everything is like previous video, like waterfall model or SDLC life cycle. Same, that topic is only involved basically. Next, risk analysis. Second one, risk analysis means nothing but in project development or software development, we will be sometimes we will getting errors. Basically, to avoid the errors or to identify that errors, we are using the risk analysis, where the risk is analyzed and how to analyze that error, or to avoid that error, how to debug that error. In this phase we are deeply discussing. Next, engineering. In the engineering phase, the software is developed based on the requirements gathering in the previous iteration. Means in the previous planning, how the requirements is gathered and how to develop in next phase, we are discussing in engineering phase. Basically it is used for software development only. All the requirements are gathered, and how we have to develop the software development is discussed in engineering phase. And the next phase is evolution phase means nothing but we are meeting the, or we are satisfying the customer requirements. We are developing the software or the project according to the software, according to the customer requirements. We are delivering the project in time and executing the software without errors and managing the software without any errors. And we are, if errors are found, we are debugging. In the evolution phase, we are basically we are satisfying the customer requirements, is known as evolution phase. And next finally is planning. The next iteration of the spiral begins with the new planning phase based on the results of the evolution. If the evolution phase is satisfied, next what phase should be involved and how the project should be done furthermore, what is the next step is discussed in the planning phase. These are the five phases that we have discussed now. In exam we have to write these five phases, and next we have to write 4 quarters. I have previously explained that it is having the four functions: first function, second function, third and fourth functions. It is, see the diagram, it is like iterative loop. The diagram is in the loop shape. It is a spiral model is having the four different types of functions. Let us discuss each functions deeply. The first function is objectives determination and identify alternative solutions. Means nothing but we are gathering the requirements from customer, and we are analyzing that requirements according to the customer satisfaction in this phase. Next we want, if we want any alternative requirements are gathered, and right, maintaining the documentation properly, that everything is come under in a object determination and identify alternative solution. if we are having any if we are having any problem in that phase, we are having the alternative solution, more than one solution. We are already keeping the extra solution for that problem, is known as alternative solution. In this phase we are determination is done. Determination is nothing but a analyzing. Choosing is known as objective determination, and identify alternative solution. If we are having any problem in requirements gathering, we are finding the solution for that problem. We are finding not only one problem, we are finding the alternative solution for that problem. In this phase that thing is happen. Next second phase is identify and resolve risk. We can say that in this second quarters we can say that we are identifying or finding the problems or risk. For that problem we are finding the best and possible solution to rectify that problem. Which method and which function should be used, we are finding, and we are debugging that error or risk. Suppose we are finding the error in a planning stage, or requirements gathering, or any coding stage. At that point we are finding that error, and we are solving the best solution to that. We are giving the best solution to that problem, is known as identify and resolve risk. Next, third function is develop the next version of the product. Means if we are designed if we are designed one products, like example what we can say, we are taking the example as a Microsoft recently introduced a chat gpt 3.5. If the version is successful, they will launch the another version. Everyone know that chat gpt 3.5, where we can chat with the chatbot, and it will give like a response in the format of text only. That is the Microsoft product. Means nothing but if it is working properly, it is useful for the society, and it is a user friendly. They will test everything. Each feature is developed and each feature is tested, it is working properly or not. If it is working properly and more users are using that product, means definitely another version will be developed. So ChatGPT recently launched the 4.0 also, 4.0. Basically it is known as ChatGPT 4.0. In that we can get videos, images also. In older version, we will not get the format in output in the format of images and videos. But in latest version, we can get the output in the format of the images also. But it is a pay and use. But 3.5 is free, it can be used by anyone. So come to the topic. Coming to the topic, this is the example. In the third contest, we are developing and releasing. We are developing the one product and releasing to the market and with testing, with testing and coding, everything is done. Next we are releasing only. We are releasing to the market. If it is successful, next we are launching the another version of that product. Next, fourth one, reviews and plan for the next phase. In fourth quanters or fourth function, the customer is developing the software. We are getting the reviews from the customer and planning for the next phase, what should be started. These are the four phases or four functions that are playing a crucial role in spiral model. These functions are very important. Next, coming to the advantages of spiral model, it is a risk handling. The project with many unknown risks that occurs as a development process. In that case, spiral model is the best development model to follow due to the risk analysis and risk handling at every phase. The main advantage to develop the spiral model is to identify the risk handling and to maintain the risk. At every phase we are having the risk analysis. To handle that risk, we are using the spiral model. Good for large project. It is mainly good for large project because it is developed for the large products only. Customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction means we are meeting the user requirements, client requirements, or customer requirements. According to the customer requirements only, we are developing a software project. That's why uh, customer will be satisfied with our result. Next, flexibility in requirements means we can changes in the requirements at the later phase can be incorporated accurately by using this model. Next, improved communication means the spiral model provides for regular evolution and reviews, which can be improved communication between the customer and the development team. Next, risk management. Empathize on risk management. The spiral model places a strong emphasis on the risk management, which helps to minimize the impact of uncertainty of and risk of the software development process. Coming to the disadvantages in spiral model, it is a complex means the spiral model is much more complex than the SDLC model. It is difficult to understand and difficult to use also sometimes. Comparing to SDLC, it is an easy to understand, easy to develop, but spiral model requires somewhat knowledge to develop the spiral model or to use the spiral model. It is expensive compared to other models. Spiral model is somewhat expensive. Too much dependability on risk analysis. I have said that with knowledge only we have to use a spiral model. Without knowledge we cannot use the spiral model. Next, complexity. The spiral model can be complex because as it involves the multiple iterations of the software development process. Next, difficult in time management. The spiral models can be time consuming as it requires multiple evolutions and reviews. These are the disadvantages of the spiral model. In this video we have discussed the disadvantages, advantages and functions. Next, what are the phases that are involved in spiral model and the definition of the spiral model. I hope you have understand this video. Thank you.